Good morning, ladies. Let's talk about driving the back roads. So, it's sort of up to you how you want to do it. I'm a slow and steady wins the race kind of person, so I'm going to slow down for all of these big ruts you can see in front of us. You do want to be mindful of where your tires are. You want to keep them on the high ground if you can. If you put your tires on both sides of a high ground, like on the low ground, you might high center your car. So be watchful of that. And also, you ought to know where your tires are in relation to the road. So when you see big rocks, you can get them close to your tires, again, so you're not going to high center yourself on them, but not, of course, running them over. So, drive safe out there. Sometimes you have to stop and think about your hazards. I want to be on the high side over here, and I think I can fit my tires outside of most of those rocks. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I am giving myself some pinstripes. It's funny, as I watch it on the camera instead of out of my windshield, it doesn't actually look that bad. But trust me, I'm just crawling along through these things. I'm hoping I had the clearance to get over that big rock that was there. Sounds like I did. Stay safe out there, ladies. I do also have a handheld radio because there's no cell service out here. I've got a little saw in the car in case there's a tree across the road. And there are people who know where I am and when I'm supposed to be back. Keep in mind too that just because you got through that giant washout on your way in doesn't mean it's going to be the same on the way back. The angles change, so you have to reassess. You also have to watch out for the amount of gravel on the road. When you see bigger gravel, it means you're going to have less traction. When you're crawling along at these speeds, it's maybe not the biggest thing, but when you're flipping along at 60K, if there's big gravel on the road, you're not going to make those corners like you think you might. If I know the roads are going to be bad and we're really going into a rough area, I often insist that we take 2 cars, just in case. Going someplace you've never been before, that's a little further out, it is well worth asking if your car is going to make it in or if you need a truck. And as much as I love driving the back roads, I hate doing it for no good reason. So be sure you screen your clients ahead of time. Are they prepared for this much driveway and this much gravel road and roads in this bad of condition? I often try and warn people out. I had some listings on the north side of Bonaparte Lake and that road's awful. And it's the sort of place where even though it was 45 minutes out of town, it made sense for them to go out and drive the road first. So I always try and ask my clients to do that if I think the road is going to be a deal breaker. Save myself some time if I can. So puddles are a whole different story. I've been through this one and I know I can make it. As a general rule, it's always good to stay to the outside. But if you don't know how deep a puddle is, you might want to think twice about driving your car into it. And not just how deep, but what else is in there. Knowing the locals, they'll know how big those puddles are, might be able to answer your questions ahead of time about if you can make it or not. Or getting out and probing those puddles before you drive through them is not a terrible idea.